Hi everyone, Melissa here, back with another winter mani, and today I'm going to be going with pretty much a color scheme that I don't really ever go for, and that is kind of a very pale blue. This is actually aquamarine, so it's more of a really pale aqua, but still, these are the kind of colors I tend to avoid because I don't think they look great on me, but I've been wanting to try this kind of almost a icy cracked ice look for a while now, and I've been just testing out different ways and different ideas of how I might be able to get it to look that way. And I finally figured something out today that I really liked using some new materials I had, so I'm excited to knock this out and see how it goes. So what I'm going to be using today, double dipped aquamarine. This is actually the only dip powder I'm going to be using. Other than that, I'm going to be using some builder gel. I know that a lot of us these days have builder gel and use it to build our nails, and I just think that it can be used in some other ways, and I'm excited to play with it a little bit. This is the one I have right now. I got it from Amazon. It is a hard gel. This means that it can't be soaked off, which is unfortunate. I did not mean to get that. I am waiting on my double dipped builder gel to come in. It'll be in soon. I'm going to be doing a live in her group to show how to use it. So once I get that, that's what I'll be using. But I've been playing with this and practicing with it, so coming up with some ideas. I'm also going to be, because this is not soak off, I'm going to be applying a peel base to the two nails that I'm going to be doing this design on, because I want it to just be able to pop off in the peel base that I'm going to be using. Again, because I'm waiting for my double dip peel base to come in. This is actually a homemade peel base. I made this myself. It is half tack-it and half water, and it works pretty well. I plan to do a video testing it and showing how it works, because I've been testing this for the past month or so. So I'm actually going to apply this to a large portion of my nail, just because I do change every week. So I'm applying it to all but right around the cuticle, and I'm gonna let it dry. You'll know it's dry because it goes clear. Yes, this is the same stuff that I use for chroming. It also actually works as a foil glue as well. So I'm just gonna apply this, let it dry, and then we'll get into the rest of the process. Okay, actually while those finish drying, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out my aquamarine. I'm gonna be dipping that on these 3 fingers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of my dips of this color, and then we'll get into the design. Okay, for these nails, I'm going to start with just a base of got milk. I just want a slightly sheer white base to my nail to make the design that's gonna go on pop. So I'm going to start by doing a layer of base and letting it dry, just because I want to make sure that this layer of got milk I do is a one full dip coverage with no blank spots. I make sure it covers the entire nail. Once you have that layer down, you can put down your layer for dipping. I'm actually going to go ahead and activate this layer. This one layer. So now we're going to be topping with gel. And we can even file it out just a bit. Kind of rough it up. And then with one layer, it's already pretty rough. From here, we're going to be applying gel base to the nail. But before I do that, I'm going to mix up my hard gel. I'm not just using plain hard gel. I'm going to be mixing in some alcohol ink and make it kind of a jelly. So I'm going to be using this color. It's called Pastel Blue by Shuttle Art. I'm going to get my hard gel here and get a good sized clump of it, and I'm just dropping it into this little container I have to work with it. Probably far more than I need, but I'm working with 2 nails, so it'll be fine. Now I'm going to grab my shuttle art marker. I'm just going to open it and just kind of take the end of the brush and just, not the brush, the marker. Just dab it on there. I'm just putting some color onto the gel. Get that color evenly distributed throughout. All right. I'm just going to leave this here for a moment while I apply some gel base to these 2 nails. That gives the base that will adhere the builder gel on, keep it from lifting, from coming off. I'm just going to apply a little layer of, this is my double dipped gel base, and I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. Okay, once that's cured, I'm going to grab my brush and pick up some of this beautiful blue builder gel and spread it over the nail. And it doesn't need to be perfect, you just want to cover the whole nail. I'm gonna push it towards the cuticle. I want most of the gel to be centered kind of in the center of the nail. Once again, it doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be smooth, because we are about to have some fun with it. And hope for the best. We've only done this on a swatch so far, so this is going to be fun. So our next step is to grab a piece of saran wrap, cling wrap, whatever you have. I'm going to crumble it up a little bit, but most of the maneuvering you're going to do while it is on the nail. Okay, so I'm going to put the cling wrap on the nail here. I'm going to try and not have the gel spill out onto the cuticle or out onto the side, so I'm putting the cling wrap up against the side here, on the cuticle here. I'm trying not to make too much of a mess and get it all over the place, but it's gonna be a bit of a mess. And I'm just gonna kind of like push the cling wrap down into the gel all around. You can push the cling wrap up on the sides. You want to get little ridges that pop up. Okay, when you're happy, kind of think it looks cool, we're gonna just pop it in and cure that for 1 minute. And I am doing 1 nail at a time just because it's tricky. The builder gel will kind of run in different ways and start to move a little bit, and you don't want it to start sliding down your finger and make a huge mess. It'll take forever to clean up when you're done. Okay, once you've cured that for 1 minute, you can come and pull the cling wrap off. Carefully, you don't want any to stay there. Try and get it all up. If you have any pieces that are just sticking up like crazy, you can grab your nippers. but really it's okay. This stuff that's hanging off the side, I'll go ahead and nip that off. So we don't have to work with it too much at the end. So it's going to be sticking up a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to kind of encapsulate and file down. But before we do that, I'm going to add a little bit of some fun to it. So I'm going to be using Zooty Chrome, which is a really cool like green pink chrome, and I'm going to kind of rub it into some spots on the nail. Just get a little bit here and kind of get that in there so that it really gets into those ridges and makes them pop a little bit. Okay, once you think you've got a good amount on there, I'm going to go and do the other nail, the next nail. All right, once you have that cleaned up and you're happy with the chrome application on both of those, we are going to clean off the builder gel brush and come back with some clean, clear builder gel, and we're going to encapsulate all this. Now, you can encapsulate with clear dip, but in my experience, it's just more work. It takes longer to file. So I'm just going to come in with this, and this stuff is really gooey. And we're going to encapsulate with this. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect because we are going to be filing, but you want to make sure that you do press it to the cuticle in a pretty clean line, if you can. No, it looks a little bit crazy right now, but you just gotta kind of trust the process. You gotta believe in your ability to clean things up at the end, because it can almost always be done. There are going to be little parts that are sticking out, and that's okay because we're going to be filing, it's going to be filing some of the lower layers down. Just adds a little bit more to that dimension in the end. So once you have that pretty well covered, we'll make sure that you've got the sides cleaned up, not running over the sides too much. Again, this can be fixed with a file. This is just an entirely messy process, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cure these for a minute or two, get them really nice and set. I'm actually starting with my hands upside down because that'll help make sure that the builder gel doesn't settle down onto the nail and kind of flatten out a little bit. If you cure them a little upside down, it helps that builder gel pull up on the nail. Okay, so now I'm going to take a paper towel and some alcohol, and I'm going to wipe off the sticky layer of this because this builder gel does have a sticky layer over the top, which needs to be removed before I can start filing. All right, once that sticky layer is removed, we can start filing the nail. And I'm going to go ahead and go through and file all 5. Okay, when you are satisfied with filing, I'm going to top these with a no wipe top coat. I'll be using my double dipped no wipe top coat. Clean up my mess first because boy, there was a lot of filing dust here. All right. You can see that dimension pop out, which I love this look. I love this look. And we'll do that on the other nail too. Just a little bit of top coat pouring here. Right, I'm gonna cure those for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to just activate and top coat the other 3 with my regular double dip liquids. All right, now we're just gonna wait for these to dry, and then I will clean them up and I will get some pictures taken and stuff. But I tell you what, this might just be curing me of my hatred for light blues. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm in love with the look of that. I think it looks awesome. I'm very happy with the outcome of this. So, yeah. Also, this is also the first shiny mani I have had in a month, and it sure is making me appreciate that double dip shine. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Next week I'm going to be doing a collaboration with 11 other amazing YouTube nail artists for Christmas, so make sure you tune in for that. If you enjoy what you saw today, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.